The drive for me has always been the roots that I come from, the identity that I identify myself as a, indigenous Navajo that has a lot of responsibility. The land is passed through the women, and so my grandma and my mom and all my aunties have a lot of great teachings of how to be caretakers of the land, how to plan according to the seasons, and how to, try to live a life that is based off the, very holistic, from growing up in lands that have been mined for coal, and relocation happening to my relatives among Black Mesa. It's, it was a great experience to listen to stories and hear from the perspective of communities that have been affected. We've been kind of economic hostages, I suppose, because this is the only economy that we have within our reservation is, mostly fossil fuel-based projects. A lot of my relatives work for the mine, so it's a big, I guess, conflict within, our communities and in our families that have loved ones that work for the mine, but at the same time we're trying to protect, our lands, and we're trying to protect our water. A lot of people don't have electricity in Black Mesa, and so we also saw the irony of, we supplied the Southwest electrical needs every year. 4.5 million homes were being supplied electricity in the Southwest, and yet you go over from Peabody, over the hill from Peabody Coal Company's operations, and grandmas, grandpas don't have electricity or running water. The Black Mesa mine would transport coal to Laughlin, Nevada, at the Mojave Generating Station, and the way that they transported coal was that they built a 273-mile pipeline, and they mixed our precious water from our underneath Black Mesa. It's our only water source, called the N Aquifer, the Navajo Aquifer, and they use pristine water, 50% pristine water and 50% crushed pulverized coal, and they slurried that through a 273-mile pipeline from Black Mesa to Mojave Generating Station every year since early 1970s. For over 30 years, they use our water just to transport coal. This wasn't going to feed people or, trying to, give, water for people to drink. It was used just as a transportation means. We shut down the dirtiest coal-fired power plant, Mojave Generating Station, that spewed, many pollutants and particulates that, affect everyone's health, people, humans, land, air, water. As of 2006, Peabody hasn't been using our groundwater to slurry coal. We proposed that, it would be great to turn Mojave Generating Station into a solar thermal plant. And we talked to the tribes that, are right there by Mojave Generating Station, the Mojave tribe, and they thought it was a great idea. But also we talked to the state of Nevada, Harry Reid. Right now, we hear rumors that that's something that they're looking into. Southern Cal Edison might, take that route. My grandma is very in tune with earth, and she sees like the trees changing. She sees them drying out, and she's like, all right, well, that's a sign. They see those changes happening. But all they do is encourage us to continue to stay strong with our ceremonies and, our faith in those ceremonies, and their faith in, how we believe this world operates, this universe operates. So I think that kind of goes deep and way beyond. But you look over in the bed and you see Tohana, and she's sleeping so beautifully, and, you wonder what the future is going to be like for her. I feel like some of the things that were impossible, like talking about even green jobs or just transition in our community, was something like unheard of. It was, it's a community that's heavily fossil fuel based, and to think about renewable energy was like, something alien, that alien talk. And so now it's like people are talking about it, and so that's how fast change can happen.